So we got the flask here. I let it sit and cure overnight because I didn't have enough time to do all of this last night. So I thought I'd try and get it all done today. This is definitely going to make one heck of a mess. Alright, there we go, I got the tape off. I think it looks and feels pretty good. And I just gotta break all of this off. Wow, it's like really soft. It's kind of like a chalk. There we go, it's all cleaned up pretty good. That's how the bottom looks. Now we'll pop this guy off. There we go. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to break off that little piece of wax in there, but I'm just going to leave it. Because I don't want to try and break that off and then find out that, oh wow, a little bit of plaster went down into that hole. That's pretty crazy. Oh, because the vacuum pump, it'll fill every little crevice. That makes sense. Anyways, I'm going to get this cleaned up, get this fired up, throw it in there, and we'll get going. Go. Get this bad boy in here. I think that looks about as good as it's gonna get. I went back to the instructions because it's been so long since I've ran this thing. So you hold down the up arrow for 3 to 5 seconds. Man, that's confusing. Yeah, on one page it tells you press the up arrow to switch it from stop to run. And then on the next page it says if it's in stop and you want to switch it to run, then you have to hold the down arrow. But it is heating up now. Alright, so I found the instruction book for this thing. And it is not right. Not right at all. So it's on, it is running. I don't know if it's heating up or not because like I went through this whole book and there is nothing in here that tells you how to program it. Okay, so I found online. You want to heat it up to about 100 C. So now that's heating up. It's up to 83 C. you know, it seems to be heating up pretty quick. So it says to heat it up to 100 C for an hour. It's going above 100. LCY. Is LCY in here the temperature? Alright, so I did find some instructions online. I'll try and post them up in this video so that if anybody needs it, they can refer to the video. I'll also put a link in the description if I can find the download link, so that if anybody needs the instructions to this, all you have to do is look up Rex C100 instructions, and this controller is made by a whole bunch of different companies, and the instructions are all over the internet. It seems pretty easy to program, besides the fact that you don't really know what the abbreviated letters mean. At least I didn't, because this is my first time ever using these controllers. So I'm gonna take a quick coffee break while this thing's burning out. It's at 100 degrees right now. Alright, so I did the math so that we can make some 92.5 silver. So I've got some pure silver here. I need, in order to get the 66 grams, I need 61.05 grams of silver. Alright, so that'll be enough. And that's going to get set aside, and then this right here is the alloy to make sterling silver. This is a tarnish resistant type of alloy I got from Rio Grande. They have like a whole bunch of different types of alloys for sterling silver. And this I only need 4.95 grams. Whoops. That's way too much. Well, let's see. 6.12. Yeah, there we go. 4.95 exact. Okay, so I've been playing around with this thing, and I had to read the instructions so many times because everything that I tried to do, no matter what temp I threw in this thing, it still wanted to just keep climbing. So I found out that there's a lock in here. So you have to hold down the set till this pops up, and you can adjust the alarms for like what temp you want it to shut off at. So when you go all the way to the end, to the LCY, this is set to a 1000, which means everything is locked and it'll just keep ramping up until it's max temp. You have to switch this to 0100 in order to unlock all the functions. And then if you change it to, I think it's 0101, that means that makes it so you can only change the temp. You can't change any of the alarm settings or anything. So I have it set so everything's unlocked now 0100. And it was still climbing, even though I had the temp set to 100, it still just kept going up and up. I'm like, what is going on? So I decided to change it to 150. And as soon as I did that, the alarm light clicked on and it actually stopped heating. I have no idea why it wouldn't, stop climbing when I set it to 100, but now that I have it set to 150, that's why it's getting a little smelly. I just hit the next ramp on here. But anyways, it is now lowering in temp and it's not continuing to climb even higher when I set it to 150. So I'm going to leave it here for another 10 minutes or so. And then I'm going to shut it off, let it cool, wait a little while, and do it again. And then I was thinking about doing a test, and just pour like an ingot or something. But I'm going to be honest, I'm nervous. This thing is just sketchy all around. But now I'm going to pour my alloy and the silver in here. Grab a glove. I'm going to use some bigger gloves for this because why not? There's that. There's the silver. Alright, so now I've got everything all suited up just in case anything happens. Stir up the metal. Nice and molten. Go.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yeah, that would have definitely helped if I turned on the casting chamber. Alright, so I'm pretty confident that if I would have actually flipped the switch so that the vacuum was actually pulling a vacuum in the flask, it would have came out good. But I was trying to pour quickly, which I really need to just relax because it's going to go fine. This is my first time doing it. So that's probably the funniest mistake you could make. And I'm completely okay with it. Yeah, you know, it's not, the metal looks pretty good. So I'm not upset about it. I think it's pretty funny. It almost casted a few things. But I'll clean all this up. I'll pickle it. And then this will go right into, I'll do the same exact thing. And have it all prepared for the next cast.